It's been a tough 6 months with my putter, and my best club could use some improvement. On today's show, we have a golfing legend, expert putting coach, and inventor Bob Walton. He's the mastermind behind the Putt Ruler, a game-changing tool that has helped countless pros and amateurs alike improve their putting, build confidence while reinforcing proper speed and green reading. We need some help, so let's hit the road to Hilton Head Island and start making some birdies again.
Hey guys, we're taking off a little early from work today. We're heading over to Hilton Head. We're going to work on some putting today with my man Bob Walton. I call him B-Dub. Bob Walton is a legend in the game of golf, and he's a legend here in the Low Country. And we're going over there to work on his Putt Ruler. We're going to use this device to work on my stroke. I got 3 putters. And you can imagine if you're working with 3 putters, you got some putting issues right now. My speed is off a lot. Bob's going to be able to help us out with all of that. And we got a beautiful day today, so looking forward to it. Hey guys, we made it. Hilton Head National. It's a beautiful day, January, Hilton Head Island. It's going to be 61 degrees today. We've had some rough weather the last couple of days. We might get some snow next week here in coastal South Carolina, which is really unusual. But it's a great time to work on your short game. And today, we're going with B-Dub over here, Bob Walton and his Putt Ruler. And you can see, I've got 3 putters here, and I've used all 3 of these the last 6 months. I've lost my confidence with my putting. I'm a great putter. I'm a confident putter, but I've lost it. I'm not making putts. I'm 3-putting a lot. Bob's going to help us out with the Putt Ruler. The system's great, but what's more important is Bob's philosophy on putting. He's going to help me with my speed. We're going to cut down on the 3 putts. He's going to help you out as well. So today's Friday, and Friday's connected to Saturday. That means we're going to be cracking some beers too. Let's go. All right, so Bob, Hilton Head National today. It's January 16th, January 17th. We've got good conditions. It's a good day to work on our short game. So you've got me looking to get a little better with my putting. So new student coming in, you've worked with me before. Give the guys some tips on what we're going to be doing as we go over to the putting green here real quick.
So the first thing we're going to do is to see if Benji's green reading has gotten out of kilter. And that's typically what happens. Whether it's the stroke or the address position, it starts to affect the green reading. So we want to make sure that he can read the green accurately. And if we can get him to read the green accurately, then it's very easy for him to take an address position according to the correct line of the putt. And then all of that makes it a lot easier for him to just make a relaxed stroke.
Well, okay, guys, that's why we're here today. We're going to figure out what's going on with my putting stroke. I'm a good putter. You're going to see that on the channel. I'm going to make some putts. We're here today. The season's getting ready to start. So we're going to go over to the putting green. We're going to set up the Putt Ruler. We're going to let Bob show us some ideas and reinforce some green reading. And then we're going to try to make your putter better today, Bob.
Let's do it.
We're going to try to make some birdies today.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we made it to the putting green. Here's the 3 putters that we're going to be trying to figure out. This is the 13-year-old putter, my best putter. Don't know why I ever changed. Putting so bad I even changed the grip. I put a jumbo grip on it. That Nardi, this is a nice putter. This is the one that I really want to try to use. Super heavy. This is a heavy tank. And then we've got a smaller Odyssey right here. A little smaller face, a little lighter. So we're going to let Bob set up the Putt Ruler, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. Bob, take a look at these 3 putters. I want you to feel them. Just check them out.
I could teach you to putt with any of them.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear, guys.
And you can, whichever one you like, that's...
But you can feel the weight difference in
no
each
question.
one of them. Okay, so this one's a lot lighter, this one's heavier, and then this one's kind of right in the middle. So I like a heavier putter. Most people, even when the greens get faster, I like to putt with a heavy putter. Most people want to go lighter, but we're going to let the Putt Ruler determine what we're going to putt with today, and then that's what I'm going to use for the whole season, guys. So I'm picking a putter and I'm staying with it. No more changing putters after today. All right, Bob?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's get it set up.
Sounds good. All right, so this is the Putt Ruler. It's a thin piece of aluminum. It's got 2 holes in this end. Both of them are the same size at the top. There's a little drop pin here that goes into the front part where I can attach it to the ground. and I can aim the ruler in any direction that I want it to go. It sits below the surface so that I can also seat a ball in that little hole.
How long is the putt ruler, Bob?
Putt ruler is 17 inches long. And the reason that I made it 17 inches was because on most greens, a putt that would roll 17 inches beyond the hole has the best chance of going in.
So we're trying to stay within 17 inches beyond the hole, right?
That way you'll at least get the ball to the hole. If your speed objective is to go 17 inches beyond, even if you don't get there, at least you'll probably get to the hole.
That's
okay?
right.
So
That's right.
the ball has to get to the hole if it's going to go in. Okay? So let's set this into the ground. Put the drop pin in. And then I can aim this wherever I'd like to go. And I set a ball in the front. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. What we're trying to do is to take the stroke error out of the equation so that you get the ball started on the line that you've chosen after you read the putt. If I just stroke one ball, let me have one of those, Benji. If I just stroke one ball, it's pretty easy for me to push or pull the putt. And even if I do that a little bit, it doesn't get started on line. And most of the time, players don't understand when they pull and push a putt a little bit. So in order for them to practice on their own and get better at green reading, I had to find a way to take the stroke error out of the equation. I did that by putting another hole in behind this ball, so I could set another ball in that hole, and then these two balls are touching. And they're touching directly in the middle of the ruler. This is called the stroke ball. It's the one I'm going to hit, but I'm actually going to try to make the ball up front. And because there's only one point of contact between the two balls, this ball is always going to go wherever the ruler is pointed. If I push the ball, this ball is still going where the putt ruler is pointed.
So, and that's the putt ruler direction.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to read this putt,
Okay.
and then I'm going to get you to aim the putt ruler in the start direction that you'd like, and then I'm going to get you to stroke it, and that ball, that play ball, the ball up front, is going to go wherever this is pointed.
Okay. So I'm going with my original putter here, guys. I'm going to start with this one. And you notice how I'm reading the putt back here, which is what everybody does. Is that the incorrect way to read the putt, Bob?
Well, you have to read a putt for speed before you can choose line, because different speeds will be different lines. Okay, a putt like this one is a 20-25 foot putt that breaks from left to right. If I play the ball on a tight line and I give it enough speed, I can make it. Or I can play a wider line with less speed and I can still make the putt. So there's several different lines that I can use to make the putt depending on speed. So if you don't read the putt for speed first before you pick a line, chances are you're not going to pick a good line. All right, so I want you to come down in the middle between the ball and the hole on the low side, and I want you to have a look at this for speed, not for line, but only for speed.
Okay.
You can see how long the putt is from this direction. You can also see whether it's uphill, downhill, or level. And you can determine what you're trying to do with the putt. If you're trying to make it, you want to look about 17 inches beyond the hole.
Okay.
If you're going to lag it, you can look between the ball and the hole. In this case, a player as good as you're probably going to want to try to make this putt.
I want to try to make this one. The left to righter, this is a tougher one to make, especially on Bermuda greens that going a little left to right. But this is one that it's a little flat, it's uphill and kind of over a little bit, but this is one that I would definitely want to try to make here. But this is where I've been struggling with my putting. This distance right here is about 15, 18 feet. I've been blowing the ball 8 feet by. I've been leaving them 2 or 3 feet short, and I'm not on the line. So I'm anxious to see what the putt ruler is going to do here with my putting.
So when you're over here, you don't want to be thinking line thoughts at all.
Okay.
This is only speed thoughts.
So I'm concentrating on speed right now.
Only.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And as I look between the ball and the hole, a lot of really good putters will stand here and they'll look and they'll start to feel what a stroke feels like in order to make the ball go from there to there.
Now, are you looking at the cup, or are you looking 17 inches behind the cup?
I'm looking 17 inches beyond because I'm trying to make this putt.
Okay.
If it's a lag, I can look between the ball and the hole.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So this is strictly speed. Now if you get a good feel and a good idea for speed, now you can come behind and you can see line better.
Okay. Okay. That's part of my problems right there, Bob.
What was wrong with that putt?
Well, it was only 10 feet beyond the 17 inches, and I crushed it. I told you I was an aggressive putter, but that is beyond aggression there. So
there was a problem with speed on that putt.
There was a problem with speed.
And even though there was a problem with speed, did you learn anything about the line?
Well, I couldn't, because I hit it too hard and I hit it through. I was on the right line. I was on the line that I wanted. My ball went on the line.
Well, it always will, because you're using this.
Okay, okay.
But from looking at that putt, would you adjust the line at all, or would you keep the line the same and just down the speed?
I'm going to down the speed and keep the line. I think I've got a good line.
Okay.
I want to, like you said, I want to get my speed right. That was my first stroke on the greens. I want to try another one. I'm going to stick to the line that I have, and let's see what the result looks like.
Let's do it.
Okay. Still, speed's off. I mean, I felt like that was a pretty good stroke, Bob, but I'm still, 6 feet past where I want to be.
Okay.
Should I switch putters?
Not at all. Not at all. So what did you learn about the line on that putt? So if you have the correct speed, you're probably still going to be high above the hole, aren't you?
Okay, so that makes sense.
So now, guys, it was easy to learn that you've hit it too far, but what about line?
That ball doesn't have a chance even if it's lower, because I'm still too high.
You're still high as it goes beyond.
And I did purposely line it up a little high, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It's pretty easy, guys. The nail allows you a lot of movement to get it, and the ball did go on the line of where I originally had it, which is about 4 cups out.
So this was your original line.
Yeah, which is probably a little more than 4 cups.
Give it a try. The good thing about the ruler is that you can try it and it'll tell you the truth.
Yeah. Snow in coastal South Carolina. It's already been a crazy year, and mortgage markets are moving as well. Need an expert on your team. VA 30-year fix 6.2%, conventional 30-year fix at 6.8%, and the FHA 100% USDA, that's at 6.3%. Investors second homes 7.2%, and the DSCR fix and flip 7.7%. So shop your rate and visit Buford.mortgage for the nation's fastest rate quote. We want to be your broker.
There's no pulling or pushing involved here.
Okay.
All right.
Now that ball is lower than the hole, still a little firm. That was a good line, maybe a little softer. That thing had a chance to go in, but I can see that line was easily 3 cups lower than the original one. So
here's the thing about the ruler. Athletes like yourself feel like you have to hit the ball harder, and you don't.
Okay.
You hit it only like you're hitting one ball.
Okay.
Okay? So you're going to have to tone down.
And I'm not thinking about any more of those bad putts that I've had for the last year. So speed in line.
Speed.
All right, I'm going to tone this down a little bit, because I still think it's a little high.
All right.
And then I'm going to try to stroke it, not hit it so hard like I'm hitting 2 balls. And let's see if we can get this thing. All right.
Can you see this from back there?
Yes.
I want you to stop the ball right there.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try to do that.
Any questions?
Okay. That's about 17 inches.
Yeah.
All right.
So and you know what? That's a great putt.
That's a great putt.
It didn't go in, but it's a great putt because you just missed the line. You missed the line by about 2 inches, right?
Let me try.
If you aim
try that again.
If you aim that a couple of inches more out this way, with that speed, you'll make the putt.
So do you think that marker there is about the line?
No, this is speed.
Okay.
This is not line.
Okay.
But you got to move it out a little bit, Benji. You got to move it out this way a little bit. Adjust the line. You don't want to adjust the speed because if you miss it, you'll be 3 and 4 feet by.
Yeah. So I missed that a little low. I'm going a little higher.
So you're going to go a little higher.
And
there
now I'm focusing on that right there for right
speed.
now.
Yeah.
With my speed.
Any questions?
Okay, that's pretty good. I felt like I left my putter face open a little bit.
No, it's not possible.
Okay.
The ball will always go where the point, where the putt ruler is pointed.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
You cannot pull
so
or push.
I need to aim a little higher?
Need to aim a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't pull or push when you're using the putt ruler. It won't allow it.
So what I did, guys, was I tightened up the line a little bit. I was way out there, 5 cups, maybe more. I cut it in half and then I turned it down, and I'm going to try to get this right here. This is important for me. I think I've got the speed, but I think my line was really off with what I was doing before. So let's see what we have here on this one. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one there.
So
that one felt really good, Bob.
So here's the thing. He tried 3 or 4 times, and he finally found a really good start direction. Okay. The only reason that putt did not go in was because he hit it about 3 or 4 inches too long.
And I can tell you, being an aggressive putter, you pick the wrong line. So you're cutting the turns. You're trying to bang them in there. And that's how I've been putting, and it's led to a lot of bad putts and a lot of misses. So I can see where my alignment has really been affecting my putting. So this right here, I can see the line now, and those results are pretty good.
The speed has affected how you aim.
Yeah,
because
you're exactly right.
Because your speed has been off.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Speed is king. You must be able to read for speed and control speed with your stroke in order to pick good lines.
Guys, listen to this. And I'm not making these up. I'm really, this is how I've been putting right here. These greens are rolling pretty good today, so we're getting a true roll on these balls. I want to putt one more because that was a good putt. That almost went in. I'm 17 inches, maybe 16 inches past the cup last 3 times, right?
Yeah.
3 good strokes. So I feel good about that.
Here's how you practice with the ruler. You don't do what you're about to do. And that is, I ain't leaving here till I make this GD putt.
Okay.
You have found the line.
Okay, so now what do we do?
Go to another putt.
All right, I like that strategy.
We're practicing our green reading ability here, okay?
Right. I told you guys that the putt ruler is great, but his philosophy on putting is awesome. A little bit. Putt's definitely coming this way, so this would be the low side. Little downhill. Pretty straight, falling left just a little bit, and I'm going to adjust the line to where I think I need to aim. I'm going to start a little high like I always do. Okay. That's where my line is right there?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to cut that down a little bit. That's a little high. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what that does there. Stop. Okay, not bad.
Okay, so the more information we can feed into the computer, the better off we're going to work, okay? So we come out here, we get halfway between the ball and where the cup is, and don't be lazy. Get down. That's a little different perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Gives you a better idea of uphill, downhill, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Talk to me about what you see.
Well, I mean, I can see there's a hill above the hole on the top side. It looks like this putt might be, it's definitely moving left, similar to the other one, but not quite as downhill as the other one.
Yeah, so let me stop you. We don't read break from over here.
Okay, speed. We're working on speed.
We read speed.
So when we get over here, we're looking for speed. So this putt is definitely more level than the last one, I think. The other one was a little more downhill, So I can see that this is a little more level.
What do you see on the last 2 yards of this
The
putt?
putt is breaking up more.
We're not reading break from here.
Okay.
We're reading speed.
Okay.
What do you see?
So
Do you see any difference between what's here and what's 2 yards in front?
it's downhill a little bit.
You better put that into the
Yeah.
computer for speed, because you're pretty level until about halfway, and it starts a little down,
So
and then when
I-
it gets 2 yards from it, it goes down. And if you look beyond the hole,
It's even more. It's
there's a
dropping
risk.
off even more.
There's
Yeah.
a risk here.
Yeah. So I can see. So what I was reading was a general. Look at it. Oh, it's just pretty level. But you're looking at it in segments: first, middle, and end. And that end is definitely dropping off a little bit. And then beyond the hole, the ball is going to probably pick up even more speed going that way.
The most important part of putting is reading for
Okay.
speed and
Okay.
stroking and controlling speed.
Okay.
Okay? So notice too that when I set it up, I point it directly in the hole so I don't bias your,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay?
So we're turning a little bit, guys. At the end, we're downhill, and past the hole, it's picking up a little bit of speed. And I know from being in the low country, this is down grain a little bit, so this ball's going to roll pretty good. Where are we looking at, Bob? That's where I have it.
Yep.
I'm going to stick with that right there, Bob. I'm going to stick with that.
Stroke for speed.
Ooh, that looks good. Oh man,
All right,
that was good. That was a good putt, Bob.
so you're out here, you're practicing with the putt roller. You don't have your instructor here, but you're practicing.
They're getting better and better every stroke that goes by, Bob. That's good.
But what was wrong with that putt? What would you do differently?
I would go a little higher. I would go a little higher and a little longer with the past the hole.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, the speed was the biggest problem here.
Yeah.
The
I
line
had it.
Line was pretty good.
If I would have stuck with the 17 inches by, that ball would have gone in. Another rotation.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
let's make sure on all of our putts, Benji, even when you're out on the golf course, let's make sure that we can identify what went wrong with that putt. And let's blame it on the correct.
Well, you saw me. I was
situation.
already high stepping that putt. I thought it was going in, but
Right.
it died. Like you said, it died. It didn't have enough gas past the hole. That ball was going in, and what is that? A cup and a half past the hole? A couple of cups?
You hit that with about 6 more inches speed, and it goes in.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to be able to analyze the putt and tell what's wrong with it instead of blaming it on your stroke and buying a new putter.
And one more here. So
So I just give it a hair more speed.
just a little more speed. I can be a little more aggressive with this.
So you do your 17 inches beyond the hole, and this putt will go dead center on this line.
That's got a chance. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Oh, yes. Yes. So a little more speed. Listen, guys.
It's all
it's
about
pretty good, guys.
It's
pretty
all
good.
about speed.
It's all about speed. It's all and
Same
my
line.
speed. But see, here's my philosophy, guys. My speed was hit the back of the cup and drill it in the hole. It's totally messed my putting up with that philosophy. So, and I will tell you, my thought when I got on putts, I would look at the back of the hole, and that's how I would putt. And I would try to hit the back of the hole with every putt. And that is stretching that out. That has really messed me up with my speed. So now I've got a different, coming down here low, and I'm definitely taking the cup and I'm looking beyond that. And that's the last 7 strokes. I mean, you saw how bad my first 4 were. I was way off, not even in the same golf course. But the last 7 have all been within 17, 18 inches. And I just made that one, and I almost made about half of those. So
So there are two.
So I don't need a new putter. Is that what you're telling me?
No, so I always tell people it's not the putter, it's the putter.
Okay.
Okay? It's not this, it's this. And it's how you're thinking, okay? Now I said earlier.
So is that psychological side of it? I mean, it's got to be a large portion of putting. I mean, what is that? It's got to be 80%. But you got to know the fundamentals of what you're working on with your confidence, right?
You want to maximize your ability to make putts.
Okay.
Okay? So in order to do that, you have to understand that there are 4 parts to your routine. Read the putt for speed.
And we're doing that on the low side.
On the low side.
Okay.
Okay. You make it, you go behind
Okay.
and you pick a line based on speed. Okay.
So we got our speed low. We get behind with our line.
Okay.
Right.
And then you take an address position according to the line.
Okay. So you're not a believer in an open stance. You want it squared up with your hips and feet and shoulders?
I don't care how you do it. I want you to do it the same way every time, and make sure that however you do it, it allows you to stroke the ball on line.
So one thing about the putt ruler, what you can have an open stance, closed stance, but these lines right here are going to show you that your club face is square. And I think that's what you're talking about.
This line right here will
Yes.
show you that.
But
here's
when
the
you
thing.
set it down, you kind of know if your club face is closed, open, or whatever.
Benji,
You need another one?
yeah. I've seen good putters. They don't all stand to the ball the same way. Okay. Jack, in his prime, put the ball way far forward, had an open stance, and crouched way down behind it like this. So his eyes were back here somewhere. Okay. Tiger, more square, ball more forward. Okay. It's not how you do it. It's can you do it the same way every time so the computer knows what to expect, okay? So this idea about my stroke should do this, my stance should do this, and everybody's different.
Exactly.
Okay? So we read for speed, we choose a line, and we take an address position the same way every time.
The same way.
Okay.
Okay. So it doesn't matter your setup and your approach, you keep that consistent. We're working on speed and line. Now we're 15, 20 feet from the cup. When we get a little closer, does any of that change?
No.
Okay. All
Nothing,
right.
nothing changes.
Okay.
Nothing changes. The only thing that changes in your whole putting thing is, am I actually trying to make this putt, or am I going to be satisfied with a 2-putt? So Benji, we've set up a 3-foot putt here that is, I'm hopeful it's a straight putt. I think it is. At least it looks like a straight putt to me.
It looks like it's straight from over here, Bob.
Okay. Yeah. So we've aimed it straight in. We've taken a tee and we've put it back here where there's another hole so we stabilize it. So we don't accidentally move it, right?
Okay.
And now
So there's 2 holes on the putt ruler. There's one up front
and there's one in the back.
and there's one at the back.
So normally when you use the putt ruler, you're trying to make this ball.
Okay.
You're propelling it by hitting this ball, and then this ball hits that ball.
Oh, okay.
Okay? But in this case, if we're working on our stroke, and it's a straight putt,
We're going to try to make both of them?
you're going to try to make both the balls.
Okay, check this out, guys. Check this out.
So if this back ball, let's say this one goes in, but the back ball misses over here, well, you know that was not a very good stroke, because if you were stroking one ball, you'd have pulled that putt over to the left.
So this is where you can work on your stroke.
You can work on your stroke.
All right.
Okay? Make both of the balls. A little bit of a push stroke, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I kind of yipped it a little bit.
You pushed
Yeah, I
it.
kind of yipped that one a little bit.
If you were putting one ball, you'd have missed the putt, wouldn't you?
I think I would have missed it right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. Exactly.
So,
So here's the thing. I don't want you to think about anything except back through.
okay.
Back through. On the speed you need to make that back ball go to the hole, which
Okay.
means you got to give it more oomph, right? So think about nothing but back and through. It's just not that hard.
Okay.
We make it hard
Yeah.
because we want to analyze what's going on with our stroke, and we want to think about how to make it do this and that, and we don't have to.
This gives you immediate results on what you did wrong. I mean, you don't have to think about anything. You just got to
Yeah.
strike it.
A little bit of a push,
Yeah,
but
I'm leaving the cut. I can feel the.
you got away with it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Make both balls go in on the exact same line, right? Which would be dead center.
I'm still kind of.
That second ball is actually moving this way a little
So.
because it's a little slower.
Yeah, but what I'm feeling, just to let you know what I'm feeling, it impact I'm losing a little bit of energy at impact. So I feel like I'm maybe lifting up somehow. I don't know. The ball's still going straight, but
Well, the
I
ball
know
will.
if okay.
Just take a little bigger backswing for me.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So the backswing, should the forward swing match the backswing?
So today, a lot of teachers have latched onto this piece of information that comes from the tours. Somebody was out there, they spent a lot of time videoing the great putters. And they said, yeah, everybody used to teach that the putter head went straight back and straight through, and the backswing was the same distance as the forward swing, or the forward swing is the same distance as the backswing, okay? Because the putting stroke should be a pendulum, right? And they should match. Well, they don't match. We did all this testing, and the forward swing is shorter than the backswing. Yeah, of course it is. You hit the ball, and it took some speed off the putter head. So obviously the forward swing...
So no, it doesn't have to match.
No, the forward swing is going to be a bit shorter than the backswing, but that's not something that you do.
Okay.
It's something that happens because you've hit the ball and the ball has slowed the momentum of the putter head.
Okay.
It happens automatically.
Okay. All right.
It's not something that we should never be thinking about our stroke. Never.
So guys, this is a good tool for this type of distance here. Your buddies are probably going to make you putt these. You shouldn't rake these, but making both balls is this is a very good strategy. I like the putt ruler. On this distance, a 3-foot putt, how far should the head come back, Bob? How far would you like to see it come back? How many inches?
How far do you take it back when it feels like you make both?
Well, let's see. I wasn't paying attention to that.
It's about feel. It's not about numbers.
Okay.
Okay. And everybody, you know, the worst guys that I teach are engineers. They want a formula for everything. Okay. And a lot of people watch all this stuff on YouTube.
Am I your first mortgage broker?
Well, you guys tend to think in numbers too. Okay. But it's not a game of numbers. It's a game of feel.
Okay.
So then they'll say to me, well, I go on YouTube and I see all these positions and everything else. Yeah, the positions aren't what make a good player. What the positions are for is to get you to feel a good swing. Okay. You can't feel a good swing in pieces. A swing is a swing. It happens too quickly.
And a stroke is a stroke.
And a stroke is a stroke. They're all pieces of a circle.
Yeah.
If I got a driver, I make a really big circle, don't I? Okay? If I've got a putter, I'm still making a circle because the arc is set up by the angle of my shaft. It's just a smaller circle. It's a piece of a circle. Everything is a circle.
So I think what I was doing with my putting and my thought process is I was breaking down that stroke and that circle by thinking about my eyes not moving and stuff like that. I was breaking it and fractioning the putting stroke down instead of just having the nice smooth stroke.
You're looking for the answer.
Yeah.
And I get that because we all do that. But that was the wrong place to look.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. Okay. You got to make sure that you're on the right door to get the answer.
This is making it pretty simple. It's making it pretty simple.
It is simple. We make it hard.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It is simple, but you have to know how to do it.
Okay. So that gave me, I turned the club face over right there.
And you pulled it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally pulled that putt.
So
the first one went in, but the second one proved to me that I did not have a good
the first one will always go in.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. That is a perfect stroke. Okay, now, I'm going to blow your mind here a little bit. Stand back here. I can also make a perfect stroke if I brought it way in here and way out here if I made the club face match up with the path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I could also take it out here and bring it across with the path and keep the club face open, and I could still make putts. Mm-hmm. Making putts is not about, oh, this is exactly how I have to do it. How does it feel for me to hit the ball in the center of the club face and send it on my intended line? It's about feel.
And that's what the putt ruler's helping us do. Guys, at YouTube, everybody, you don't have the same putt and stroke as me. You don't have the same setup. This is a good device. Bob, this is an affordable device too. How much does the putt ruler cost?
$189.
$189. and tell us what all comes with the Putt Ruler.
Well, obviously it comes with the peg to stick it in the ground. There's 2 of them in case you lose one. It comes in a leather case. It's indestructible. It's made out of solid aluminum. And it comes with a complete set of instructions on how to use the device to read for speed and read the green correctly. In other words, find accurate start lines. It also shows you how to use it to take the same address position every time. And then it shows you how to use it like we just did in order to make perfect strokes.
Guess what else we have? We've now got a YouTube video that's going to come with it too. So this is going to be a great video for the Putt Ruler. And guys, this has been a good episode because I was struggling. I wanted to bring you guys over here to see all over the world what's going on with my putting. And hopefully Bob just solved this thing, but he's definitely cleared my head a little bit and simplified my putting stroke. So speed and line is what I'm going to be concentrating on. Hey guys, that's a wrap here. I didn't even need to buy the $1,000 worth of putters here. Bob solved all the problems. I'm going back. I'm going to play with my old putter the whole season here. But had a great day here with the Putt Ruler. Visit theputtruler.com. Buy you a Putt Ruler. If you got any questions, you can reach out to Bob on the website.
Subscribe. Make birdies. Make putts.
Keep making birdies, guys. You got to make birdies with the putter. So check out the Putt Ruler. Thanks for subscribing. Drop a comment below on how you like the Putt Ruler. And we'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.